Hey guys, Josh Beatar and Alex Goldman here from the stands, and today we're joined by the number one ranked Australian heavyweight who makes his Matchroom boxing debut next weekend against Andrew Tabiti. Justis Huni. Justis, thank you for the time, mate. We very much appreciate it. First things first, how's your time been in Mexico so far, and how have you settled in being over there?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I'm loving it over here. The weather's good. The location is even better. So, I just can't wait to get into fight week and then, be looking forward to next Saturday night.
Yeah, definitely, man. Look, aside, before we touch on next Saturday night, which we will, I just want to know, the heavyweight division is very much an older man's game, in my opinion. You see a lot of guys that are
Yeah,
still competing.
100%.
Yeah, at heavyweight, heading into the mid-30s and late 30s, early 40s. You're just 24, about to make your Matchroom boxing debut. Um,
Mm.
for you, when you look at the landscape of the heavyweight division and sort of your path over the next few years, 5, 10 years, what does your path look like to a heavyweight title fight?
Honestly, I'm just taking it one fight at a time. I just want to get some more belts under my belt and then work my way up into the top 10. But, I just got to continue winning these fights and displaying good boxing skills so I can get people on my side.
Yep.
And people start watching me more and more. My name gets out there.
Yep.
And then, yeah, like I said, I'll make it into the top 10 and start making some real noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Justice, you've talked in the past about, been ready to deal with setbacks and been ready to deal with struggle. Do you think that, having to have already dealt with that, in your life and in your career, do you think that that sort of gives you an advantage, heading into training and heading into fights?
Yeah, for sure. It's good to know that on my side. I've been through those setbacks and stuff before, so it's nothing new to me, and I know how to overcome them now as I've had them a few times before now. So yeah, it's just I think it's good to know that I can deal with it and I can overcome it, and just move forward and look on to bigger, brighter things in the future.
Yeah, definitely. Just as I've heard in the past and recently as well that there's been talks and people are very interested within Tasman fighters to get yourself and Jai on a card here in Queensland, which I think would be would be a pretty big card. Considering you guys are both co-promoted with Matchroom, so it would bring Matchroom back to here. I mean, we're on the Gold Coast, so we'd love to see it as well.
Yeah.
Is that something that you and Jai or you and Mick and all that have talked about so far? And if so, is that something that you might like to do next?
It's definitely something I would love to do in the future. But yeah, as you can see, Jai's killing it, man. Like
Yeah,
he's the best cruiserweight in the world right now, I believe. And I'd love to start seeing him bringing the big fights back to Australia.
yeah,
I think he's earned that opportunity, that position. But yeah, as for me, I'm still working my way up. But
yes,
I would love to, be on the undercard of Jais and be able to have some big fights over in Australia.
definitely.
Yeah. Justice, I was wondering if you could, talk us through how your boxing journey began. Walk us back to, when you first became involved in the sport.
Yep. So I started off playing rugby league, and then I was always around the boxing gym and stuff from a young age, as I used to watch my older brother. He used to do boxing as well, and I was still about 3, 4 years older. Apparently, my dad used to say I was just crawling around in the gym. But yeah, I started doing boxing for fitness as I was playing rugby league,
Yep.
and then my dad sat my brother and I down and told us that we had to choose one sport, and we both chose to do boxing. For
Wow.
me, at a young age, I was just like, I didn't know if I was just following my brother, but or it was that it was just an independent sport. I didn't know that at the time, but I'm grateful that I made that choice, and I have no one else to rely on but myself. So yeah, I'm just grateful that I made that choice, and
Here you are.
you know, it's taken me all around the world so far, and you know, it's ended me up here in Cancun. So I'm just grateful, and I'm happy that I made those choices when I was younger.
100%, man. Just touching on Jai quickly as well. How much of an inspiration has he become for you over these years, and seeing him, become cruiserweight champion, and then to go on and successfully defend his titles late last month, early this month, in such dominant fashion. Like he really took care
Yeah,
of Thompson last month. So for you, what's it
yeah.
like? What's it like seeing him do that, knowing that you guys are friends, your mates, you're in the same, promote with the same promoters. That is a possibility for you to get to a stage like Jai one day.
Yeah, it's massive, man. I think it's massive for a lot of young, up and coming athletes as well. You know, just to see what he did not so long ago over in somebody else's backyard. You know,
Yeah,
um, for me personally, it gave me so much. You know, it sparked something in me. Like I just wanted to get in the ring the next day. You know, or
yeah,
straight
yeah,
after
yeah.
I watched that fight. Like it was yeah, definitely something special that he done in the ring over there, and you know I just can't wait to get in there and do the same thing. I
Yeah.
just want to be an inspiration to the next generation coming up, and people that are watching myself as well to go all the way and to follow and chase their dreams.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely.
You just talked about wanting to be, an inspiration for the next generation growing up. So, I'm curious, what boxers were an inspiration to you, when you were a young kid involved in the sport?
For me, growing up, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker.
Mm.
They were big inspirations for me. Like a lot of their style is what I've when I first started. That's what I was learning off, and that's where I was getting my basic skill set from, pretty much. So they were very big inspirations to me, and you know, oh, they probably got me to where I am today. So
Yeah, that's
um,
awesome.
yeah.
No,
It's
that's
good to have someone to look up to and to learn from.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely. Justice, look, last couple of questions from us, man. Um, look, let's sort of touch on the fight quickly with Andrew. It is a tough test. He is, 20-1. He's got a great record. What kind of performance are you looking to put on this next weekend? And especially in front of Matchroom, it's a big debut in front of Eddie Hearn and those guys. And also how do you see this fight playing out from your point of view?
I'm looking to put on my best performance today. I need to, like, this is a massive fight for me. It's my coming out party. You know, my international debut. So there's gonna be a lot of new eyes watching, and I want to make my first impression a good one, and
Yeah,
get people to start talking about me, pretty much. So yeah, definitely a big one for me, and you know, what better way to start my international debut than over here in Cancun and in Mexico? Like,
yeah, definitely.
it's massive. It's massive for me. Just coming out of a small city in Queensland,
Mm,
Australia. So
yeah.
yeah, to be up here on the world stage now, it's big, and I'm looking to bring my best performance next Saturday night.
Awesome.
For sure. And, last question for me, Justice. I'm curious, how has boxing helped you as a person, outside of the ring? How has it helped you sort of develop and grow as a person?
It's taught me pretty much everything I know. Um, besides from what my parents have taught me, like everything outside that, I've pretty much done boxing my whole life. Uh, I've never worked since leaving school. I've done boxing full time, and it's led me to meet a lot of people and to teach me a lot of things, and to keep me disciplined and stay grounded. So yeah, I'm very thankful for what the sport of boxing has done for me and taught me so far in life.
For sure. Well, Justice, thank you very much for joining us today, man. We really appreciate it. I know we're both really looking forward to seeing that Matchroom boxing debut. Wish you all the best in your preparations just ahead of the fight, and we'd love to talk to you again in future, man.
Cheers, boys. Yeah, for sure. For
No, thank
sure.
you.
I appreciate the
Justice.
chat.
Thanks, Justice.
Awesome, man.
Appreciate it, brother.
worries.
Thank you.